Yeah, hey, this is I've been a Capital One member for, I don't know, 3-4 years now. And so explain this to me, because the gentleman I just spoke to that passed me along to you stated that Capital One does not allow cryptocurrency purchases because it's not mainstream adopted yet.
Okay, yes, I can explain that, sir. We've been receiving calls from our cardholders who are looking to, purchase cryptocurrency.
No, hold on. Let me explain this to you, sir. All right? I purchased it with the credit card before. Secondly, who the hell are you guys to tell me what I'm able to do with my money? Because what you guys are doing is you are loaning me money as an institution, a massive institution. You guys are loaning me money and saying, hey, use this credit, and what we'll do is we'll charge you an interest rate fee, and we'll charge you other fees like annual percentage rates, card fees, ATM fees, late fees. So I get nailed with all these fees, and I'm paying like what, 20-some%? All right, so there's that. And so I should not have you telling me what I can and cannot do with my money. For example, if I wanted to, I can go today, right now, and I could go buy a hooker off Backpage and pay with my Capital One credit card. So what are you saying, that I am not able to buy cryptocurrency? All this comes down to is you guys, as a centralized institution, do not want other people to go to a decentralized system that will then take money out of your pocket. And you can't tell me otherwise. You know that's the bullshit you guys are dealing with. And if I'm not allowed to make purchases as I see fit with my credit card, with line of credit that is coming to me, I do not want to be a member of your services. I would rather go with anyone else. Anyone else. There's my bank. My bank doesn't tell me what I can and cannot purchase. My mother does not tell me what I can and cannot purchase. Don't you think that you guys have a moral high ground where you think you could tell me what I can and cannot purchase? I pay for that right with my interest rate. I pay for that right with my annual percentage rate. I pay for that right as a citizen and as a member of your institution. I pay for that right, sir. I don't think you do. No, it's not a new development. Cryptocurrency has been around for 8 years, all right? Bitcoin has been around for over 8 years. Don't tell me it's a new development. If it's a new development, you guys have had your eyes closed for almost a decade. It's not a new development. And why is it that I was able to, like, not even a month ago, I was able to buy cryptocurrencies with my credit card, totally willing to pay the interest rate that I'm willing to let sit there. You know why? Because I bought Litecoin at $55 in June. You know what it was in December? It was $400 frickin' dollars. You know how much money I made? I made so much money. So who are you to take money from me? Who are you to tell me what I can and cannot do to earn money? Who are you?
Okay, sir, it's not me personally. Again, it's Capital One that made the decision to not allow our cardholders to.
All right, so what I want to do is I want to go ahead and get rid of this. I want nothing to do with this disgusting company. I have never been so disgusted in my life. I want nothing to do. I want you to cancel my membership. I want you to cancel my card, and I will not pay you the remaining balance. I will not pay you the remaining balance.
Understood, sir. I just have to go over a brief disclosure with you regarding the closure of the account, and the account will be closed.
See, this is how disgusting it is. This is how disgusting it is. It gets to the point where you guys are like, you know what? Yeah, screw it. You know, at Capital One, they're telling me they don't want to deal with cryptocurrency. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead and throw away a member we've had for 4 years who's paid enough, who's paid more than enough.
Allow me to make a statement, sir. Very briefly, sir. At your own admission, you admitted that you were not going to pay the balance on the account. And the situation with cryptocurrency is, again, Capital One and other banks have just now started to notice where there have been purchases on the credit cards made.
Who cares?
Lending credit.
Who cares?
So, due to the volatility of that kind of transaction, with those markets, Capital One is not familiar with that kind of volatility.
That volatility doesn't affect you. Because what they're doing is they're taking a line of credit, and the customer, the person who is making that purchase, is taking on that volatility. It's not you taking on that volatility. What they're doing is they're using, so for example, if I wanted to buy Litecoin right now, it's $198. I would be paying $198 with my credit card. That would be sitting there. The volatility is on me, not you as an institution. And so I still have to pay that $198 to you guys. You guys have a safe bet. I'm the one taking a risk. So what the hell are you talking about? You guys are not ready for that volatility. You do not deal with the volatility. The customer deals with the volatility. So that's a bullshit excuse, and you know it.
Okay, so I don't want to go back and forth about the particulars of the misunderstanding. And going back to what you were saying about not paying the account, when you decide not to pay your account on a lended line of credit, Capital One has to write that off as a loss. So that's where Capital One is assuming.
No. They don't write that off as a loss. What they do is they have a massive spreadsheet. I know all about Debt Collective. They have a massive spreadsheet, and on that spreadsheet, they have the person's name, last known address, social security number, amount due for what that amount was due for, and their last known phone number. Then they sell off a massive spreadsheet, sometimes of 10,000 debtors, and they sell that off to someone else to buy it for pennies on the dollar. And then that person who bought the debt then has to either sell that debt to someone else, repackage it together. Sometimes they even put out high-risk loans with that debt. So don't tell me that you guys have to write that off as a loss. What you guys do is you get paid off on a massive amount of debt, and you just have them buy it off for pennies on the dollar. Don't try to think that I do not know what's going on here. I'm not a frickin' idiot.
Okay, so I'm not saying anything about certain elements and all, I'm being very respectful.
No, you're lying to me is what you're doing.
So what I'm saying is that it all comes down to cryptocurrency transactions are not allowed with the Capital One credit
So
card.
I could buy a hooker. I could buy a hooker with the Capital One credit card, but I am not allowed to buy cryptocurrency.
Capital One has made as a decision from our administrative level. So me personally, I understand what your frustration is with regards to that. I'm familiar with the exchanges with cryptocurrencies. I'm an investor. However, I also work for Capital One in which the decision has been made to no longer allow those transactions until we have further review of those markets and the cryptocurrencies.
Speaking to you as a person, you know that the company is just doing it as a bullshit excuse to keep it centralized. You know it's bullshit. I know you can't say it, but I have a feeling you know it's bullshit.
Yeah, I definitely want to be able to give an opinion on that. So, whether I feel one way or another, I have to, respect the company that.
Understand. Yeah.
So that's my position.
Yep. So you know what, dude? I'm just pissed right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to debate this over, figure out what the hell I want to do. I am completely disgusted by this. Like, I'm kind of blown away that I have the ability to buy a hooker. I have the ability to send money to someone on PayPal and get methamphetamines for that. But I'm not able to buy cryptocurrency? That is ridiculous.
Yeah, I understand your frustration. So, like I said, I'm an investor. I've actually considered using credit cards to, buy into the exchanges and, invest in cryptocurrencies. As I stated, it was a decision that was made at the top, and, banks are kind of scrambling right now to think of how to go about the cryptocurrency because it's become, cryptocurrency, even though it's not regulated and it's not centralized, it is very mainstream. The media is talking about it. When you look at the Wall Street Journal, they're talking about it every day. They have figures of the Bitcoin, things of that nature. It's out there and it's very visible.
Yeah, I understand.
As an institution, I can still looking at ways to be able to allow our customers to make those type of transactions and go into the exchanges. We don't know exactly what they're doing right now, but hopefully it's something that can benefit our customers and also Capital One in the end when it's all this.
See, that's what it is. It's not about protecting the customers. It's about Capital One trying to cash in and get a little bit more money. That's what it's about. Because the banks and anyone that allows for a transaction to be made, they're not taking any risk. The bank is not taking any risk on the volatility. Capital One is not taking any risk on the volatility. All they are trying to do is they're trying to make a little bit more money off of poor people, because most people that are buying cryptocurrencies don't have a shit ton of money. It's not them taking on the volatility and them taking on extra risk. It is no riskier than anything else on Capital One and on the bank side. It's much more risky for the person, the consumer who's buying it. For example, me, I'm the one taking on that volatility, because no matter what, if I buy a Litecoin at $198, at the end of the month, I need to pay that $198 back to Capital One. If I don't, they're going to charge me an interest charge, and if I don't, it's also going to ding my credit. So you have factors that are saying, hey, it's beneficial for me to pay off this $200 no matter what. All it's doing is it's not taking any more risk for the banks, for any institution. It's just taking more risk for the purchaser. I guess I've said my piece. I gotta go finish laundry. You have a nice one, dude. Don't go ahead and close the account yet. I'll figure it out later. I'll call you guys back probably in a couple hours.
Hey, no problem at all, sir.
All right, man. Have a good day.
Hey, see you, sir. Just good.
Yep, bye.
All right.